tusula situkawo mangu tutambule musiteri changu lugendo luwambu situka tugende mu maaso situka tutambule embera emalamu amanyi naye topowa tugende situka tutambule lugendo luwambu bwe tulemerako tutuuka kale imuka tutambule embera emalamu amanyi topowa tugende tutambule olugendo luwambu bwe tulemerako tutuuka Remember, an injustice anywhere.
Going gets tough, the tough must get going, especially when leaders become misleaders and freedom fighters become freedom oppressors. Well, it's so unfortunate that is where we are destined, but nevertheless, we are here just to change our country. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all. My name is Michael Kakande, also known as Kapalaga Biebe. I'm an artist, but most importantly, I am a Ugandan. I greet you. I am here to present to you a press conference from the NUP People Power Diaspora chapter. We have 40 different chapters, and this is a communication as regards to the recent elections that we've just had in Uganda. I'm not alone. I have my colleagues from different areas of the world. Just like you know that Ugandans are wider spread in different countries. So with me, I have Comrade Grace Chiboneka. Grace, if you can say hello to the people. Grace, can you hear me? Grace? Grace, can you hear me? Okay, as Grace is coming, I have Comrade Tony. Tony, if you can say hi to the people.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here.
Yes, Tony is our head. He heads the finance in the NUP Diaspora chapter. He is a very big man, as you can see. I have Comrade, who is this? Who is so smart? Aisha? Who is that? Aisha? Doreen. I guess that is Doreen. I have Comrade Doreen from Canada. If you can say hi to the people.
Hi, everyone. This is Doreen Kajumba, National Unity Platform Coordinator for Canada.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I have Comrade Karim, who is the chapter coordinator for the entire USA. He is also the chapter coordinator for DC, the district chapter. Comrade Karim, if you can say hi to the people.
Hi everyone, my name is Karim Tambi. I'm unable to avail my video, but I'll be glad to share with you everything regards to the diaspora. And thanks every Ugandan that stood up and voted on the 14th. We congratulate you for the job well done, and we shall continue to demand for the victory. Thank you, Mr. Comrade.
Thank you very much, Comrade Karim. I have Comrade Aisha. If you're here, please say hi to the people.
Hi everyone, my name is Aisha Nachijova Mlumba, California chapter leader.
California chapter leader. Thank you very much. And I have different comrades watching from the Zoom meeting that is going on. I greet you all. Unfortunately, I can't have you here, but I understand you're very many watching from all over the world. Yes, Ugandans, much as we are spread, we have that spirit of patriotism, and that is what binds us. The love for our country is what binds us, is what connects us to different people around the world. I can connect to Nachijoba, who is in California. I can connect to Aisha, who is in Canada. I connect to Grace, who is in Seattle. I can connect to Kasim or Dr. Rashid, who is in UK. I connect to Henry, who is in Denmark. And that is the spirit of patriotism that we want to bring back to our country. The government has spent a lot of money trying to teach patriotism, but we believe that patriotism is a spirit that you just get for the love of your country. We are here, first of all, to inform the country that we know that elections were held on the 14th of January 2021, and this year 2021 is a year that we've waited for a long time. We want to categorize, and gentlemen, that the elections that we held in our country, Uganda, were recorded the highest number of voters in the history of our country. And we want to inform you that Uganda saw very many people voting for their leader for the very first time in very high numbers. And they didn't vote for any other leader, but they voted for Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. So, we want to congratulate Ugandans. We want to congratulate Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu upon having a very, well, everyone saw how the campaign was, but from that campaign, from the every intimidation of any sort, Ugandans still came out in very large numbers to vote. So we want to congratulate you, Ugandans. We want to congratulate Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. What is the situation of surrounding our president? The situation surrounding the president-elect Robert Kyagulanyi is not appealing. 4 days back, the military jumped over his fence and took control over his home. He's not allowed to do any grocery, neither can he get food from his own garden that he plows by himself. He is not allowed to meet anyone, not even his other family, not even the media. I guess you've all seen that video clip where a soldier was trying to shoot to the media that was accessing Honorable Kyagulanyi's home. And Honorable Zake, who attempted to access Honorable Kyagulanyi's home, was arrested brutally and beaten severely and is now fighting for his life in Rubaga Hospital. Honorable Kyagulanyi and his wife's phones were all blocked completely, even from normal calling. So the situation going on with the president-elect is not appealing, like I've said, but we are definitely doing whatever we can, whatever is possible in the legal means to make sure the president is free and to make sure Uganda is free. So I have Comrade Grace. Are you back, Grace?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Comrade Grace, do you have anything to say about the elections and the situation surrounding the president?
Okay, so thank you so much, Comrade Kapalaga. I know we are familiar with the word comrade. I think that is the most respectful reference of our colleagues in this struggle, to recognize your contribution each time we mention your name. Thank you for giving us that brief update, and I appreciate the information that you have provided to our listeners. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. I am Grace Chiboneka. I'm a resident in Washington State. I'm happy to be part of this team that's going to talk to you briefly tonight. It's afternoon in my location. So I think to sum up everything that Comrade Kapalaga has mentioned is true. That is reflects the most recent information that we have received. However, what it does, I should not say however, and what it does for us is to reaffirm our resolve and to say that the path that we chose to take and be part of this struggle is the path that actually will lead to the to ensuring that Ugandans claim and that their country, that they become a force to, they are already a force to reckon with, but they become part and parcel of being understood, of being respected, of really taking ownership and being valued as stakeholders in the decisions, the governance of their country and the resources of their country. And what has this process, the election process, showed us is to really expose Museveni. You know, you can imagine like a young child who has a diaper on and then they think they are covered and they are secure, but then when they run around, maybe they have soiled their diaper, you know, it falls off. So figuratively, that's how I now see Museveni, a big old man who is always being running around with a diaper on. And today, this election has actually peeled off that diaper and it's completely soiled. So he has nothing to, there's nothing. I mean, before he's been able to say one, you know, hide this and make believe that and all this, and they are hooligans and they are liars and they disrupt us and it's about law and order and it's all about investors. But soon, I mean, it is, we are where the rubber hits the road. But it's the path that we've chosen to take him on. Likewise, he's chosen to be that military guy that he thinks the tactics of the 70s and the 60s and the 90s, just like he says, he fought, he has the experience, that will lead the future of the youth, who are the majority of Ugandans, who actually cast votes for a young leader who promised, who spoke to their aspirations, to take that leadership and their win and aspirations like that. But they have pulled that diaper that soiled off of Museveni. The man is running and covered with a soiled diaper. That is what I would say. That is what this election is doing. So he's trying, and soon he's going to really, really want to cover up, and there is nothing left for him to come to his rescue. Our leader mentioned that in the waning days of the campaign, that Museveni had two options. He had the option of letting the people cast their vote and let that vote be counted. And we didn't have to insist. Let the voice of the people be the voice of the people. If he's the person who wins in that election, then let those wins be recognized and life continues. But if it's not, the idea was he would appeal to his inner self to step aside. He chose the hard way, and we have seen the hard way showcase itself, man running around with a soiled diaper peeling off. And that's where we are now. So that choice is what most dictators choose. And for certain, Museveni is no exception. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Grace Chiboneka, all the way from Seattle, Washington. Comrade Tony, I understand the leader, our diaspora leader, Herman Ainebiona, was arrested, and his crime was why would he go back to Uganda to, you know, to take part in the exercise that is constitutionally a process that every Ugandan literally should take part in. Tony, if you can tell people the condition of Herman Ainebiona, the diaspora team leader of NUP.
Thanks, Kapalaga, and thank you, Grace, for that detailed information. It's really critical for our viewers and listeners. So it's unfortunate that Mr. Museveni decided to take that route, arresting our diaspora leader, Mr. Hamad Anaviona. It was so unfortunate. The manner that he was arrested, and even not just Anaviona, but a bunch of other senior leaders in NUP, the closest people to our principal, Mr. Chagulanyi, are all in jail, even after the courts in Uganda having freed them on bail. They're still in military detention. So Haman's case, the status, we have been in contact with him. He came out yesterday. He was released on bond. And what's so funny is they couldn't provide any statement as to why he was arrested. He was, arrested in the manner he was arrested. There was no case really on the paper to provide to him and the secretariat when they asked. So right now he's still up in Lira, northern Uganda. We expect him to go back again to the police station on Friday, this coming Friday, and hopefully we can have that situation resolved. But this goes back to the injustices that Mr. Museveni has been, bringing onto the people of Uganda. People are sick and tired. People are sick and tired of the same status quo for the past 35 years. Me, since childhood, I've never seen any other president. All I've seen is pretty much the same broken system of broken corruption, system that is corruption, system that is of no service delivery whatsoever. And it's not just me. There's so many other people in Uganda that are struggling, people that can't even afford a meal per day. The GDP of a country is supposed to be so high because we have all the minerals in Uganda, but it's unfortunate that all of the resources are concentrated in just a few people's hands. It's so unfortunate. So for Haman's case, we hope he comes back to us safely, and we should be providing more information later in the week as he goes to court and do the next steps.
Thank you, Comrade Tony Kaziba, and thank you for all the efforts that you put in for our country to be more developed and a better country. Comrade, this will go to Comrade Aisha and Comrade Doreen as mothers. When results were out, the Biabakama results, I'll come to Karim to tell us what to do about those results. But before I go to Karim, I want the mothers to tell us. Jeff K said, if you lose hope, somehow you lose the vitality that keeps moving. You lose that courage to be that quality that helps you go on to in spite of that vigor, and so today, he said he was still having a dream. So, Comrade Doreen and Aisha, do you think people should still have hope even when Biabakama does not announce their selection?
Thank you so much, Comrade Kapalaga. I do not think we should give up because it is the ultimate goal we should focus our attention to. Our goal is to oust a dictator. Our goal is to save our country. Our goal is to regain our dignity. The NRM and Museveni, the incumbents, have stripped off Ugandans' dignity. You brought in a perspective of a mother. When you go in a labor ward, it is so painful that time reaches and you feel like giving up. More especially those pains when the baby girl is almost coming out. Those pains are so much that sometimes you feel like giving up. But when you remember that the baby girl is coming, you pick up the guts and push. I would request Ugandans not to give up. Let us push our baby girl until she comes out. Let us push until we recover our dignity. Let us push until the dictator is out. And I'm telling you, like the president said yesterday, the president-elect, His Excellency Robert Sentam Chagulani, said that it is the beginning of the revolution. What we can assure you, comrades, is whatever is going on, we anticipated it. So don't give up. Our baby girl is on the way. Actually, I think she's on 8 centimeters. We have 2 centimeters to have our baby girl. So don't give up, comrades. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Doreen from Canada. Comrade Aisha from California. Would you want to add something?
Sure. As a mother, first of all, I want to thank every mother, every
Aisha?
woman. Can't hear
I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
I'm not muted. Maybe my phone was far away from me. Yes. I'm saying that first of all, I want to thank every mother.
Aisha, you're so low, I can't hear you.
Try to raise my voice. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but your volume is still somehow low. I don't know why.
What about now?
Well, go ahead, but your volume is so low.
I don't know why. Anyway, I was saying that first of all, I want to thank every mother, every woman, every girl child who have stood with men, with our young brothers, with our husbands, with Honorable Chagulani in this struggle. Every young woman who came out and see the signs of change and saw their future, and they knew that their future is in the change, and the change everybody deserves, and they followed Chagulani and they followed people power. So we thank those women out there, those girls who are in jail, those girls who are in jail and they can't even access their hygiene. They can't even access water to take a bath every day. Those girls who cannot even access pads when they are in their periods. Those are our heroes. Those are the heroes as mothers we have. Those are the representation of mothers. That the pain we are going through, those girls are getting it every day. They are facing it every day. We don't know what they are doing to them, but whatever they are going through, we just pray for them that they are the heroes of every woman out here. As
Aisha, if you can just flip your camera. I really can't see you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Jesus.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just want to encourage all of us mothers out there that this is not the time to cry. This is not the time to cry for the lost children we have lost. This is the time where we have just to hold our stomachs and get pieces of clothes and tie our stomachs like we have just lost. Losing this election was losing another child, another baby girl, like Doreen said, that the baby girl is coming. We are like losing another baby girl. But we're saying we cannot lose it. These girls, we are twins. We are twins. That these twins, one was tried to be killed on the way. But the second twin who is coming out is gonna be the twin that will push away every tear, every sorrow that the mothers have felt in these 35 years. And this is the time. It's not time to give up. It's not time to cry. It's not time for sorrow. It's not time for putting ourselves back or saying we are done. We are not done yet. In Uganda, we have a proverb says, "Singo omukyala waba kulembedde olutabaalo, no one can win a man who is behind that woman." So this time round, we have mothers in this struggle. We have women in this struggle. We have girls in this struggle. We have those girls who are willing to die for their country. And for us, we cannot just say it's okay to sit back. No. Where we are going, it might be too tough, but we see where we're going. We see the future of our country. We see the flags are saying that the flag of heaven are planted in Chagulanyi's backyard, in front yard, in everywhere, surrounding his home. The heavens are down. We cannot sit down and wait for another 5 years to see Museveni's family ruling our country. No, we are here, and the other mothers in Uganda, they are ready, and everybody is ready to fight with our men, to fight with our sons, to fight with our boys, to fight with our brothers to achieve our goal, and we shall achieve it no matter what. We are ready.
Thank you, Comrade Aisha. Thank you very much for those wonderful words. Comrade Karim,
Mr. Kapalaga, a minute.
Yes.
By speaking to the president today, this morning, I felt, as a mother, I felt a heart. I felt a broken heart inside of Mr. Chagulanyi, but a stronger body, a stronger soul. When he said, "I am here, they cannot do anything. I can't even get out of my house. No one can even take me out of my house. I will stay here." So that every person out there feel the pain, so that I can feel the pain that my fellow comrades who are in jail feeling. For me, I'm incarcerated in my house, but for them, they are in prisons. I'm denied of even having food, not even accessing our own garden. But there is those ones out there. They are in jail. They can't give them food. They can't access anything. So I want to feel that pain, so that everybody out there who's still outside, who can still access everything, access food, know that there is a battle we have to hang on until we get our victory back. That
Okay.
is this morning.
Thank you, Comrade Aisha Nachijoba, all the way from California. Yes, if you can share the stream wherever you're watching from. This is a press conference for the NUP Diaspora chapter, and we are communicating to you about the elections that we just held in Uganda, and of course, Justice Byabakama, well, as expected, announced President Yoweri Museveni as the winner for a 6th term in office. Karim, I don't know whether you're here. Karim?
Yes, I'm on.
Yes. What do you tell the diaspora Ugandans? Are we going to go by Byabakama's narrative?
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm sorry I can't avail my video right now. I have been in meetings since morning. I just had stepped away. But first of all, I want to thank Ugandans for standing up in large numbers. In 2017, after Honorable Chagulanyi won the Chadondo East parliamentary elections, one thing he asked all of us as Ugandans was to register to vote. And in the register to vote campaign, we managed to add 3.5 million new voters onto the voter rolls. Just after Honorable Chagulanyi announced that our campaign is everybody get your ndagamuntu. Everybody go and get your ndagamuntu. We managed to register 3.5 million Ugandans onto the voter roll. So what has just happened today is a hijack. We still have our comrades on the run with declaration forms. This is an election that was announced prematurely. I don't know whether Byabakama was on a gunpoint, because at some point, in the glare of the public, he had to call a colleague to change the numbers. A number which was as close to him as a few inches away from his eyes. He couldn't read it. He couldn't even agree with the results he could see on a piece of paper. He was like, is this the right number or should I change it? So that's the kind of environment that this election was held. It was also marred with massive violence. We have about 800 of our volunteers, campaign foot soldiers, who are missing, who are in jail, who have been killed. And it's unfortunate that I see people congratulating Museveni. You cannot congratulate Museveni. I would be the first person to congratulate him had he won fair and square. However, you can't win fair and square when your opposition leader's team, his campaign team, is in jail. Those were supposed to be our campaign supervisors. Those were supposed to be our observers. Those were supposed to be our agents. Over 129 of our closest team members are in jail while Museveni is celebrating. I don't know what he's celebrating. And it's quite a disappointment that watching the news in Uganda, watching NBS, watching NTV people talk about their tally center, they never try to do their due diligence. As a news channel, I think it would be incumbent to them to further investigate, to find out where these numbers Byabakama was reading were coming from. However, they were just reading whatever Byabakama was putting out. Yet for months, they have been talking about having tally centers within their organizations, but they have not been consistent. Mr. Museveni has stolen our election. However, as you asked me, what should be the way forward for us, the diaspora? One, when Museveni learned that we had launched our YouVote app, first of all, they sabotaged the Play Store. Nobody could download it. We managed to have a link circulate, and it registered about 40,000 people. 40,000 people were supposed to be our poll watchers. So while Museveni is seated there thinking that he's celebrating, we have evidence. We have evidence. We know that you have arrested, you have clobbered, you have kidnapped and abducted some of our comrades, but the evidence, we have the evidence that we won the election. As soon as the internet is on, it is going to be for the world to see. So one of the things that I would encourage the diaspora to do, one, you have been doing a good job reaching out to our international partners. And I'm so glad that some of our international partners have refused up to now to congratulate Museveni. I also glad to remind our comrades that some of our international development partners had already walked away from this election because they knew it wasn't going to be free and fair. The European Union walked away, and some of the remaining observers were kicked out, same as the USA. So yesterday, the State Department put out a statement which was questioning the way the election was conducted, the amount of violence, and we are expecting more. We have been petitioning them to review the Uganda-America relations. We have been petitioning the EU to do the same. We have been petitioning them to seek accountability. And as of now, as I'm telling you, we are going to be able to invoke the global Magnitsky sanctions on the people who have tormented, on the tormentors, people who have been, abusing human rights, army officers that have beaten and abducted some of our comrades. We know you. We have the evidence. We have you on tape. We have you on video. We have you on paper. So the message is stay firm. Our results are coming in slowly by slowly, and I know by the end of next week we shall have, if the internet is on, we shall have a comprehensive update on what the election looked like from the National Unity Platform perspective. Two, I'm appealing to all Ugandans in the diaspora to not only to stand up and demand accountability, to stand up and demand their victory. We are going to be organizing peaceful demonstrations. We are calling upon all Ugandans in the diaspora to stand up. Here in the United States, we hope we shall be on the street in New York at the UN. We shall be there next week, probably Friday. We shall be announcing how to get there. We are still finalizing our preparations, but we shall be giving you a roadmap of what to do next, what steps we are taking. However, don't stop making those tweets. Don't stop tagging Seven. Don't stop reaching out to your representatives. That phone call you make makes a difference. That email you send makes a difference. And if you are successful in reaching out to any of your representatives, please let us know that, you know, I reached out to so and so and they replied. We can pick it up from there as a team. So continue doing what you're doing. Let us demand our victory. The victory is ours. We know we won fair and square, and the dictator is not going to take this one from us. And I am confident that the people of Uganda will stand up and demand their victory. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Karim. Karim is also the leader, the diaspora leader for USA, the entire USA chapter. But he also leads the DC chapter. I have comrade. Where is she? I saw Susan. Comrade Susan, are you here? What is Comrade Susan here? As if I saw her. We've speaking about the U vote. We had our tally center, like I've already said. We had a virtual tally center because, you know, in Uganda you can't have a tally center of your own party. Once you have it, you just know the military will come and raid and steal everything, and that's what happened at Hotel Africana. What happened? The military raided the joint tally center of the opposition forces, and they stole literally everything. And like Karim said, everyone is on the run. Many of them are on the run. Well, it's so unfortunate that in a democratic process, people end up running away from their homes. So we had our virtual tally center from Switzerland, and the lady Susan Nabuti is the interim coordinator, diaspora coordinator, since Herman is not here. So she doubles as the interim diaspora coordinator, and she's also coordinator Netherlands, and where she is currently is the tally center, the U vote tally center. Susan, if you can take us through what has happened, how are the tallies, and everything. Go ahead, please.
Greetings to ladies and gentlemen. Right now I'm seated at the U vote tally center, and about that, you all know well that we launched a tally center to monitor the tally center app to monitor the voting in Uganda. And right now, since the internet is down, we are receiving the DR forms and the results slowly, but they are arriving. We are also making phone calls to the agents, those were at the polling stations, and they are sending us the results and the pictures of the DR forms. And also we are recording the incidences which happened on the voting day, because some agents were sent away, some ballot boxes were stuffed, some agents were forced to sign the DR forms. All those are the incidences that were reported. Sorry for that. Today we have been busy with the recording all that. Right now at our tally center, His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi is still leading with 75.4% of the votes, and the incumbent Yoweri Museveni is with 21%. So that is what we have, and we are still receiving more results. I would like to encourage all diasporan people, to not give up. Please make those calls. You can use those hashtags on Twitter. Tweet this to demand for our victory. Ugandans decided. Ugandans voted for His Excellency Chagulanyi Robert. And the EC, led by Byabakama, decided to announce Museveni, who has 21% of the votes. The whole world knows that Chagulanyi is the president-elect of Uganda, the 10th president-elect of Uganda. So I encourage all diasporans and people home, please don't lose hope. We are in this together. Let's demand for our victory. Many people went out there to vote for change. Back home, everything is upside down. Hospitals, no medicine. Schools, teachers are not paid. Everything is so disappointing. I can't even mention all. Everybody, you know that. So I encourage everybody not to give up. Let's demand for our victory. That is my submission.
Thank you very much, Comrade Susan.
If you have a question, you can ask.
Thank you very much. If my producer can, I don't know whether you're able to get us the results, the you vote app results. We definitely already know the results. We have everything at our disposal, but the only problem is, since the internet is down, this much as the application works without internet, it is so slow. So we don't want
it's slow, but we are receiving the results.
Exactly.
And today we have those agents are really calling and finding. They have DR forms, and they're giving testimony what happened, the incident at the polling station. If we have recorded enough, we have enough evidence. We are recording and writing down. So Ugandans, don't lose hope. We have every evidence that His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi is the 10th president of Uganda. And that is it. Even if Byabakama announces Museveni, in reality, Museveni is not our president anymore.
Great.
That is it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Comrade Grace. Grace.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. What do we have to do as the diaspora, given that results are out? We definitely know that Ugandans spoke and they voted massively for Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, but he wasn't announced by the official Electoral Commission. What is our role? What is our next role as the diaspora?
Yeah, thank you for asking that question. So I think for the diaspora, we God does things at His timing, and I think while there's seems to be this is a tumultuous journey, and I don't know if I mentioned, but it was expected. The question was how and the magnitude. So because no one expected, if you were extremely naive to expect that we would go into an election and Museveni would honor the decision of the people. But there was a small window. I mean, he could have gotten some angels talk to him the night before, the week before, and says, you know, pump some wisdom. But we knew who we were dealing with. So our charge was to engage in that process, however difficult it seemed to be. At least our leader continued to impress it upon ourselves to hang in there. So this then gets us to the second phase of the struggle of liberating ourselves from dictators and any such individuals that would ever have to come to us, you know, as a revolutionist using their gunpowder to suppress us, to own us the way Museveni has turned out to be. And so we in the diaspora are in the position to recognize that we are now where the hard work begins. The hard work is what was articulated all along by Robert Kyagulanyi, that he mobilized us, get Ndagamuntu, then it's time to vote, you go vote, then he informed us of the message, then Tova awo mubala kalulu, and people turned out and people tried not to leave the locations, obviously under extreme suppression, violence, and abuse that happened. So now we are in a tunnel, I would liken it to be. That tunnel is also part of our journey because it is now having us to stay the course, to say that we have come this far and we are now into this dark tunnel that may be 5 miles, but with several twists and turns. We have each other, we have the vision. We were not expecting to take this victory on a silver platter. We have to demand for it. So that what we do is we understand that this is a long journey. We are on the right side of history. We have the people behind this. We need to articulate that. We need to provide facts and also inform everyone we know about what it is we are dealing with. So we are dealing with a dictator whose diapers are soiled and running around, you know, smelling and not wanting to clean up and all of that. That's now for the world to see. What will happen is how we push him off the stage, and it's still the people power that has to do that. And the diaspora, we can see that while Uganda is in darkness, there is no communication, consistent communication. Some of our folk are under a lot of duress and extreme fear. That is the price they are paying. We need to be our voice. We cannot feel tired or even consider any way of, you know, why am I involved in this? I mean, we have way past the question for each of us wondering, why am I even in this? You're in this to secure Uganda for Ugandans through a peaceful transfer of power against a dictator that we now know his pants are down. That means we have to stay engaged. We have to be optimistic. We have to support each other. There are people that are down because of nature of the humanity, you know, feeling really broken because of the first phase of the struggle. And as we have our lyrics speak to us, tukotambule, that is always a galvanizing way of thinking about when you're feeling down and low. Let's keep in checking to know, you know, when our comrades are not feeling well, they are feeling low. Let's listen to how they are dealing with their emotions, but again, encourage them to get up and move, because we have to move. We have, we need to continue mobilizing, and not only mobilizing our immediate communities, but also reaching out to people that we would otherwise not be ordinarily connecting with, because there is a humanity that binds us together. I mean, there are a lot of people that are excited about the story of Uganda and where we are, and what the young people of Africa primarily Uganda doing through the leader Kyagulanyi? Because Africa is the youngest population. He has all, I mean, the man provided words for us to use when we are talking to each other and ourselves. We are the youngest population, you know, and we have a chance. So let's not think that we've come this far to miss our investment, ruin it, and then fold our hands. Because what that means is then we give up and leave it to the dictator to can you imagine having someone with their pants under, you know, with their whatever soiled being our president? Really? So those are images that you should all rally around and understand what this now means. This is where the rubber hits the road. He has challenged us to say, come and get me. We are saying we are coming for you. We've come too far. We have lost so much to cast our ballot, and then you take us for granted like you've always done. The election has helped to expose him. So now he's exposed for the entire world to see. We have to push on. And I mean, some of my comrades have mentioned some of the engagements, demonstrations, but we also continue to expect and need financial support. And that financial support primarily is to ensure that the headquarters, the daily functions of a small organization like NUP can continue as best as we can, that we take care of our friends, our brothers who are in need. Most of them were harmed, they are in harm's way. We have comrades who have extreme medical needs. I'm not sure the needs that Ashraf now has and his condition, but that is a young man that we would not expect to pay his medical bill out. You know, he doesn't have any expendable income or savings later, you know, or investments to tap in to pay a very expensive medical bill in Uganda. We have to continue to expect that what the dictator has done is to incarcerate so he can bankrupt all of us and also instill fear in what we are doing. And so we need to continue supporting, but feel energized that the message we carry is the right message at the right time, not only for us, but for our kids, for their children, and another example for the world and primarily Africa to learn from. So I think I've touched on the issues that you wanted me to respond to.
Thank you, Comrade Grace. Now that you talk matters of money, Tony is here. Comrade Tony, I understand the diaspora has been funding literally around 99% of the campaigns back home. Are we all set now that the campaigns are done? Or what do we have to do as the diaspora?
Thank you for that question. We're not done. We're not anywhere close to being done. As you all know, this revolution was not a one-time event. It has several phases. So the phase we're in right now is going to require total mobilization from all the diaspora chapters of under NUP. We have been lucky that we've mobilized so many people across the globe, people from the Middle East, Africa, people from Australia, the entire EU, China, and everywhere. So people are ready. What we're hearing is that people are ready to finance the next phase of our struggle. So how are we going to do that? Definitely we're going to borrow the same needs that we borrowed prior to the campaigns. We're going to be reaching out to all our comrades from all over the world. We're going to be doing mega fundraising to ensure that we are financially steady to go into the next phase. It's so unfortunate that dictator is full of arrogancy. I mean, who locks up 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds in jail for no reason, or just for mere wearing a hat, or for mere cleaning up a poster? Just because you don't like someone. Doesn't mean as a president you go that down low and start mistreating people. It's so unfortunate that we've been paying medical bills, like Madam Comrade Grace said, been paying medical bills for so many people. People with broken limbs, people whose limbs were run over by a police truck, people that were struck by tear gas cancers, and the story goes on and on. We've been paying legal fees for our closest campaign, the campaign team, and denied. They were given bail, but they were denied their freedom and were sent again in another military detention. Don't know where they are. We don't know where their whereabouts. It's so unfortunate. But financially, we are ready. We're set to go. We're ready to start mobilize the entire diaspora and make sure that we finance the next phase. We have to ensure that our secretariat, our headquarters are running like normal. And I understand the dictator doesn't want to hear that because of his arrogancy. He doesn't want to hear that the diaspora calls them the foreigners, the ones that are financing this revolution. Not knowing that it's people like me and single parents and mates in the Middle East, or mates in the US, or young teenagers who are just sparing their change, part of the struggle. So be confident. We are in good spot and ready to mobilize for the next phase. And I'm calling upon Mr. Museveni to do the right thing and release Haman out of detention. We understand he's not yet totally free. So that cry is out there. And also at the same time, we are engaging our partners all over the world. We're working with several organizations. Today it was so interesting. I was reading and I saw that there's some organizations that are already rebuking the re-election of this dictator. There's one in Botswana, I think, for the umbrella for democratic. They boldly came out and disavowed his win. They spelled out in detail everything from locking up our innocent campaign team to murders that happened on November 18th and 19th, and they rebuked his win. If we can see many of other business partners, other global leaders stand up and call it as it is, fraud. Everything is a fraud. The diaspora will never recognize him as the next president of Uganda. It's not going to happen. Ugandans have not. So at this moment, we're just making sure that Ugandans, especially the ones in Uganda, get into a mindset not recognizing Museveni as their next president, and await the message that's going to be coming from our leader, so that we get ready for the next phase of reclaiming our.
Thank you, Comrade Tony. Now that you talk about our development partners and different organizations who are actually rebuking the President Museveni win, I want to go to Karim. Karim, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. What can we do to get the attention that is required to these people, the different development partners of Uganda?
Okay, first of all, I want to go back to what Mr. Tony was talking about when Museveni talks about foreigners. Yes, I would agree. Museveni has made us foreigners in our own country. Now we are foreigners. We are no longer Ugandan because he made our country his own businesses. But I want to assure him that there is a comeback. There is a new generation of Ugandans that are willing to fight and demand for their victory, and it is going to be us. One. So when it comes to the development partners, for some reason I've been disappointed with the way our development partners have been so casual with the recent developments in Uganda. One, for example, for the United States, it funds democratic institutions to ensure that Uganda at least upholds a reasonable amount of democracy. They fund organizations like the National Endowment for Democracy, the IRI, International Republican Institute, the NDI, the National Democratic Institute. However, if the return on investment on all the money that they have put in this organization is the election that we just had in Uganda about on the 14th of January, then it's a sham. Then it's a clear indication that they have been complacent in pacifying this baby, in putting a pacifier on this baby that that Madame Grace was talking about, who is running around with us with a spoiled diaper. So what can we do as Ugandans? We don't have to stop engaging them. The journey has just started now. It is time to expose. It is time to expose. It's time to call them out. It is also time for us to engage foreign nationals. If you are living in the UK, you want to tell people in the UK that the government of Uganda is in bed with the UK government in abusing human rights of Ugandans. If you're living in the US, this is the time for you to call on to your respective representatives and show them the evidence that you have. Let them know that the United States has been spending over 900 million US dollars every year onto Uganda. And the return on investment are the army trucks that you're seeing on the streets. The return on investment has been the killing of Rita Nabukenya. The return on investment has been the abduction and the abduction of 129 volunteers, campaign volunteers. That is the return on investment. We shouldn't sugarcoat how the development partners have been cozy. I understand in some instances they have managed to come up and try to call out the dictator. However, it is not enough. What we are demanding is a total comprehensive review of our relationship with our development partners. What we want is for them to seek accountability for the money that they give to Uganda. What we are asking for them is to right now freeze the accounts of our tormentors. Right now, our demand is to make sure that Ugandans get their victory, and they should work. All our development partners should side with Ugandans in demanding the victory that they so badly deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Karim, for that deliberation. Comrade Aisha, I understand you are a new tweet. You're a new tweet, and Comrade Susan, I normally see you, trying to tweet and tweet and tweet. And I normally, of recent, people have, bombarded that tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. How best can we utilize the Twitter? And why are you guys running to Twitter?
Twitter, most of the international big fish are on Twitter, and they follow. If you tag them, they really follow. If we use one hashtag or 2 or 3 uniform, all of us, yeah. Those big people in the international world will always follow you, and as long as you tag them.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Another thing I will ask you guys, when the new entrant of Twitter, do you like our tweets? Do you go there and like our tweets and
the new entrants? I don't know why your voice is so low, Aisha.
Why?
No, it's not.
I already spoke louder, so my voice is kind of,
if Grace, if you can echo what Aisha is saying, I really can't. I don't know whether you can hear her.
She's clear to us. I don't know why she's not to you, but
yes, Aisha, go ahead.
You better buy hearing aids, babe.
Earphones.
So asking members if we tweet the new entrants of Twitter, they come in and like our tweets.
Oh, so you want us to like your tweets to encourage the new tweeters. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I just saw
Excuse me,
Comrade
Comrade
Grace.
Kapalaga.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Has anybody mentioned about the removal of security and army men from His Excellency's residence? Yes.
No,
We
go
demand
ahead.
for that.
Go ahead.
We demand for, we really, the people in diaspora and Ugandans, we demand for army men and security to be removed from His Excellency's residence. That is a very serious issue.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Comrade Susan and Comrade Aisha. And thank you to our new tweet. One other new tweeter is Grace Chiboneka. I normally I see her. She's there.
What
She's
is
there.
that Twitter handle?
Grace, what is your Twitter handle?
Yeah, it's GS underscore Uganda.
GS underscore Uganda. Tony, do you tweet? I haven't seen a lot of your tweets recently.
If you look up National Unity Platform, I heard, that's me. I see your tweets, but I don't go by my real name. So you can also look for OHT1982. That's my Twitter handle.
You're the OHT.
Yes, and I've been tweeting literally full time lately. Just trying to make sure that at least we're engaged.
Madam Aisha?
Yes, Aisha, what is your, do you even know?
Your Twitter handle?
Eh? Nachijoba Aisha? Did you say?
Nachijoba Aisha Mulumba.
Nachijoba Aisha Mulumba is your Twitter handle? Wow, you have the longest Twitter handle in the whole world. Anyway.
We can campaign for it to have a prize.
To have a prize? Which prize? Nachijoba's Twitter?
Yeah, we can make it a big deal. So we get a prize.
Okay, Karim. Karim, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. If you can tell us the reason or the advantages in tweeting and calling the senators, calling the writing emails. If you can take us through the advantages of doing that, most especially the people in the diaspora.
Actually, I wouldn't call it an advantage. I'll call it a responsibility. It is a responsibility of all of us as the diaspora. It is a responsibility of all of us people in the diaspora to reach out to our respective representatives. And why is this important that you reach out? Actually, you don't have to be you don't have to be a citizen in a place where you're residing. You don't have to be a resident. You don't have to be, you just have to be a person who lives in that jurisdiction. For example, if I live in Boston and I am not a green card holder, I am not a citizen, either I just arrived as a student or I'm on a TPS, you have to be part of it. You know what they consider you as? They consider you as a prospective voter, a future voter, somebody who will vote. They are going to listen to you the same way they are going to be listening to a person who stays in their jurisdiction, who pays taxes in their jurisdiction. It is a responsibility of us. Nobody is going to fight this battle for us. And why am I stressing that we should make these calls? Our numbers in the diaspora are not as big as other countries. We are still our people are not so many compared to other countries. So, and you are going to realize that we are not the only country going through a struggle like this. We have so many colleagues who we have interacted with who are going through the same operation that Uganda is going through. So our burden is to make sure that we make the situation in Uganda visible. We can only make it visible by making those calls, by tweeting, by sending emails. And I won't stop to kindly ask every comrade who makes that call or who sends that email. Once you get a reply, please let your team leader, let your chapter leader know that I got a reply from my representative, I got a phone call from my representative, and this is what they said. We shall make sure that we follow up. We shall make sure that we stand with you, and we shall have the results. We have been registering some results here, and believe me, for the comrades who are living in the USA, I want us to work together to push and by the first week of January, we hope to have a resolution on Uganda tabled on the floor of the Senate of the United States. That bill is going to be reintroduced by Senator Bob Menendez, who is going to be the new Senate Foreign Relations Chair. So we have to make sure that we push. We have registered some successes, and we are still reaching out to as many senators, as many Congress people as possible. The same thing is happening in the EU. Honorable Chagulanyi just made us a speech on the Bundestag floor the Parliament of Germany, which was really, really refreshing for us to hear. It encouraged us, it gave us more vigor. So we are in the mood for liberation. I don't know how you say kaskari keko in English, but let us just, increase the stare. The dictator is in panic. The dictator is in panic, and sooner or later we will have him run away from Uganda.
Okay, thank you very much, Kabrim. Okay, I want to summarize by I want to have a few people who can call in, if my producer can allow that, so that people who have questions can get answers from these great leaders of the NUP. So you will call this number +1 978 413 6249. Are you going to put this number on the screen? Okay, the producer is going to put this number on the screen, so you can call in and ask any question that you want to ask. I'm gonna take 10 calls, and these leaders will be answering you as regards to NUP and people power. What we haven't talked about yet is the forthcoming elections. Elections are not yet done. We still have elections. We just to mention. Oh, Tony, are you here? Or Karim? Or Grace? If anyone can give us the number of MPs that NUP managed to bring out.
Yes, Mr. Kapalaga. We are still doing an audit. As you are well aware, most of our comrades are on the run with declaration forms in their respective areas. We are still gathering data. Although the junta decided to declare some of their colleagues victor, we know that most of our, comrades down in Uganda who were running for office triumphed, won decisively. But they are still on the run. They are still on the run. They are not accessible. We can't even access them on the phone because they are in hiding. They are in fear for their lives, and that's so worrying. However, as of now, we know about 67 of our comrades won, although the results by the junta are saying 54, but the number is still going up. And I know, like Comrade Susan said, as we approach the end of next week, we'll have most of the results out. So we expect to have more results from the YouVote portal that will certify our comrades who have won decisively.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, and we definitely encourage people to go and vote for the local council elections. Why? We are building a government and we need leaders at all levels, and we must elect those leaders. They must they must belong to the umbrella. Just like those people. Why am I addressing this to you, the diasporians who might not even be able to vote? You have very, very many people that are attached to you. A single person here might call 100 people and tell them go and vote so and so, just vote the umbrella. Most of these people, I interacted with some of my friends, and they were telling me, we don't even know who the MP is, because they closed out campaigns in Kampala during elections, and we didn't see who to vote. But you always told us ticking umbrella, and that is what we did. So you need to encourage these people to go and ticking umbrella. Let them tick the umbrella in the forthcoming local council elections, and they should not get demoralized. Of course, intimidation is still very high, but they shouldn't get demoralized. Let them vote, because we are building a government under President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. I'll take some calls. That's the number, +1 978 413 6249. If you have any question, this team here will be able to answer you. Tony, do we have any budget for the local council elections? Is it all set? Is Tony here? Is Tony here?
Briefly stepped away.
Okay. Tony briefly stepped away. Susan, do you know?
No, I'm not. I don't know.
Okay, let's wait for the financial controller. He will be telling us. This is our number. If you have any question, just to summarize whatever we've talked about in Uganda. Banyabo ne bassebo tuli wano okubategeeza nti okulonda kwawedde, era okulonda okwo mu byafaayo kwe kwasinze okuleeta abantu abangi abakwetabyemu. Nga bwe mukimanyi nti no tubadde okumala emyaka 3 nga twegayirira abantu bafune endagamuntu basobole okulonda, era tebaatujeemera, baze mu bungi ne balonda, era ne balonda okukyusa gavumenti, ne balonda omukulembeze Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Ekyennaku nga bwe kyasuubirwa, akakiiko k'ebyokulonda akakolebwa mwami Byabakama nga kalondebwa President Museveni tekasobodde kulangirira ekyo abantu kye basazeewo. Kakati ne balangiriramu President Museveni nti nno agenda tukalakatayo emyaka emirala 5. Ekyo nno ffe tuli wano okutegeeza nti nno tetugenda kukikkiriza, kubanga eddoboozi ly'abantu eddoboozi lya Katonda. N'olw'ensonga eyo tusaba nti nno eddoboozi eryo liwulirwe. We twogerera okumala ennaku 4 eziyise, President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ali mu busibe, nga abasirikale abamilitale bayingira mu maka ge, nga bayise ne waggulu mu bikomera, babuuka bikomera ne bayingira mu maka ge ne bamusibira awo. Takkirizibwa kutambula ye ne mukyala we, tebakkirizibwa kufuluma, tebakkirizibwa yadde okugenda okubaako ne kye bagula ekyokulya, tebakkirizibwa yadde okugenda mu nnimiro eyaabwe gye beerimira okugenda okugyamu ekyokulya, tebakkirizibwa. Akati ate nga tebakkiriza muntu yenna agendayo kubalambula, kitegeeza nti oba baagala bafe enjala, awo nange simanyi. Era neyasembyeyo okugezaako okugenda okubalambula yabadde Honorable Zaake Butebi ow'Emityana, bwe bakutte ne bakuba emiggo, era nga kati we twogerera ali ku kitanda, ali mu kulwana alabe ng'obulamu bwe abufuna. Ekyo nno kimalamu amaanyi. Era tugambye nti nno abantu tuba encouraginga okugaana ebyo byabakama bye yaleese nga ebivudde mu kulonda kubanga tebirepresentinga eddoboozi ly'abantu. Era tugamba nti waliwo intimidation, waliwo okutiisibwa kungi okuva eri ab'amagye abagenda nga bakuba abantu n'abalala nga babatta abantu baffe nga babiri bakattibwa nga babasaba DRA forms. Ekyo nno tukivumirira era nga tugesaba nti kikome kubanga bano bannayuganda ate no process batugamba nti nno yali ya democracy eteekeddwa okuleeta obukulembeze nga tetuyiye musaayi. So tuli wano okubategeeza nti olugendo tulutandise butandisi, tuteekateeka okwekalakaasa okw'emirembe mu nsi yonna naddala olunaku olwokutaano, wabula mugenda kubanga mufuna ebisingawo okuva mu chapter zammwe okumanya engeri gye tugendamu n'engeri gye tugenda okutegekamu okwekalakaasa kuno okw'emirembe okulaga obutali mu mativu eri Justice Byabakama kye yalangiridde ekitakwatagana n'ekyo abantu kye balowooza. N'olw'ensonga eyo tubasaba okubeera abagumu. Tumanyi nti nno ekiseera kino kizibu nnyo kulwokubanga essubi lyammwe of course liri wansi, lyabadde waggulu ne balinnyamu, naye tubategeeza nti nno bino byonna twabisuubira era nammwe mwennyini mwabisuubira, naye okulonda kuno twakukozesanga kye bayita protest vote okulaga obutali bumativu ti abantu bajja kuvaayo nga bangi balonde, tulage obutali bumativu mu bokisi era balangirire omulala, then abantu bennyini baclaiminge victory yaabwe. Era ekyo kyennyini kye tusuubira kye bagenda okukola naffe ssaawa eno kye tukola. Tusaba eddoboozi ly'abantu lisibwemu ekitiibwa kubanga constitution yaffe ekyo kyegamba. Njagala okukwatayo ku ssimu ku bantu bonna alina kye weebuuza. Tulinako abakulembeze wano kuno ku meeting eno, tulinako abakulembeze abakulira NUP oba People Power mu bitundu ebyewabweru w'eggwanga nga bava mu bitundu ebyenjawulo. N'olwekyo bw'obanga olina ky'oyagala okubuuza kuba ku ssimu eyo gy'olaba awo, obuuze ekibuuzo kyo, omu ku bano agenda kubanga akikwanukula. Ababaka ba Parliament Mwami Karim akutegeezezza sebo ogenda kukozesa eno kale. Hello? Hello? Ye nyabo. Nange. If you can speak English, that would be better.
I can't speak English fluently.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Genda maaso.
Kakati.
Nkuwulira maama, genda maaso. Wanje?
Okwagala kwegamba n'okulaba okufaayo nti balanga ekintu kino tetukirekedde oyo yekka bambi abadde akirwanirira. Obudde bwe muwaayo okulaga okwo omutima ogwo ogwagala ate nga taminaga nti bamusasuddwa.
Yenyabo. Okay, ndowooza network yo ina problem naye ndowooza oba obadde otwebaza.
Okwogera kakati kyesitegeera. Ekibuuzo kyange kiri nti international community ekola etya era ekola ddi?
International community ekola etya era ekola ddi?
Era ekola ddi? Era etandika okukola ng'omusajja waffe afiiridde mu nnyumba. Kino ekintu nga kiringa ekyetaaga agents bannange attention.
Okay. Kanfune Karim akuddemu maama.
Kuba kakati omusajja ayinza okufiira mu nnyumba ne famire ye. Kakati olwo bavaayo ddi? Kiki ekiba kitula ne bagamba nti waliwo obuzibu katwanguyewo mangu?
Kale weebale nnyo, weebalire ddala. Karim bw'oba osobola okuddamu omukyalo oyo abuuza international community ekozeewo ki ng'eruddewo okureactinga. Karim simanyi oba kwoli.
Yeah. Thank you so much mama kubuuza ekibuuzo ekyo. Abuuzizza ekibuuzo nti international community ekola ddi. International community ekola nga naffe tukwatidde wamu. Bano abantu bo bali mu SC. Ffe tulina okubajja mu SC zaabwe tubakubira amasimu. Bannange bwe tubagamba nti nno musindike email mukube. Nze email wotuzisindika tebagenda kuddamu email nti eno ya Karim yasindise katumuddemu. No. Bagenda kuddamu randomly. Era baba bazeemu gwe babazeemu ani gojjo tugamba nti bannange eno kyabise tutandikire wano. The reason why we ask you to not stop calling temulekera okuba chances are osanga essimu gwe eyo gy'onaakuba egenda otutuusa ku muntu esanga essimu gye tukuba ate nga bw'okuba essimu leka voice message ngeri detailed obagambe ki ky'oyagala. Bw'oba osindise email basabe ofune legislative assistant ku nsonga z'ebweru. Bw'oba okubye essimu basabe email ya legislative assistant ku nsonga z'ebweru bajja kugikuwa making sure bagikuspellingira tumuwandiikire. Tuwomala okumuwandiikira ne tusaba nti bannaaye tubadde twagala kwogerako naawe tubabuulire ku nsonga zaffe ezigenda mu maaso mu Uganda. That's when the international community works. International community tegenda kukola nga tutudde eno tulinze Mr. Kapalaga, tulinze Mr. tulinze Madam Aisha akube essimu. Much as mutulaba tuli wano, we are your leaders, but we want you to support us. Support the efforts that we are putting in by only sparing 2 minutes to make a call, by only sparing 3 minutes to send an email, by only sparing 2 minutes to leave a voice message. Bannange ogwo mulimu mulabanga omutono ennamba tuzibawa naye ne sharing mu WhatsApp group ne watabaawo akuba ekyokuba essimu tewali muntu agenda kubuuza oba oli mutuuze oba toli mutuuze, oli prospective mutuuze, oli mutuuze ow'enkya oba oli resident ow'enkya we batwe bakutwala gwe bakubira essimu bagambe nti nva mu kitundu bwekiti ne bwekiti ne bwekiti ensonga yaffe etuluma yakubeera nga Uganda eggwawo nga mutunula ng'ate kawenkene mubadde muwa ssente obutitimbi n'obutitimbi bw'ensimbi. That's when the international community is going to stand up. It is not going to stand up kubanga Karima akubye essimu. They are going to stand up when you and me and everybody else is doing the same thing.
Webale nnyo Mwami Karim ndowooza mukyala tukubakuzeemu bulungi. International community really wants us to call them. We must take action as Ugandans to make sure we send those emails, we make those calls so they can be able to react. That's why you had me telling these ladies their experience on Twitter. They are very new on Twitter, but I can tell. Kajumba, you didn't tell me whether about your experience on Twitter.
Oh, I have been on Twitter since 2016.
Oh, you're a pro. You're a pro.
So I have been tweeting. I actually recently responded to the head of the EU delegation, as a concerned Ugandan, because I feel he's misrepresenting what happened in my country. I tweeted Haman's. I've been tweeting. I've been tweeting, and I'm now learning to tag everyone that matters for our voice to be heard.
Great. All right.
And the other thing I've learned is for us to voice more, like what the principal tweets, we have to keep retweeting and retweeting and retweeting. So, mastered that.
Yes, and you can always you can always retweet, you can always like, you can always comment, and most of the time you want to tag those media houses, you want to tag those people to make sure you get their attention. Hello.
To add on, first of all, of course, I want to thank you guys so much, everybody. You've done it all, and like you said, we're gonna stay together.
Sure.
I also want to add on to what Comrade Karim just said.
What's your name again?
My name is Olive
Oh.
Kizito.
Okay, Olive, go ahead.
This chapter. So on top of what Comrade Karim just said, that you and me have to call, that is so true, because the more they hear from us, the bigger the number, the more they will think that this is so pressing. And indeed, you don't have to have your immigration papers. For them, they are representing people, citizens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about your papers. I talked to a few of them, and you'll be surprised the way they respond to you. I mean, because they know that you voted for them, or somebody in your house voted for them. And if they want to run again, they want to listen to you. You know?
Mm.
But if so many of us call for one issue, believe me, they're going to listen. They're going to pay attention at some point.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that addition. Yes, she was adding a voice on what Karim just said, that whatever we need to achieve, we must involve ourselves. We must invest some time. It takes like 2 minutes to call these numbers. You don't even have to have very good English like Tony or Grace. You can even have some little English like mine. You will definitely get an answer. So that's the number if you want to call. Unfortunately, yes.
I wanted to talk to people in Canada.
Yes, go ahead.
And emphasize what they need to do as well. I want to first bring it to their attention that the Canadian government sends help to Uganda, basically through agencies like the UN, the World Bank, then other community-based NGOs. And their areas of interest are human rights defending and the regional security. So I have tried to share emails and telephone numbers of people, like, for example, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I have also shared the details of the head of the subcommittee in charge of international human rights on the Foreign Affairs, in the Foreign Affairs Ministry. I have also shared, I think those are what I have shared. And I need to emphasize that we need to contact them. Are those the equipment they're sending to Uganda, are they the ones the dictator is using to kill us? Is what they are seeing about Uganda what they really represent as defending human rights? If not, can they make a statement? Can they come out? Because if they are saying they emphasize that they want to defend human rights, we want to see them defend human rights now. His Excellency Bobi Wine being denied food is an abuse of a basic human right. His being denied communication is they are taking away his rights. So they need to come out and spell it clearly that that is not acceptable. So we can only bring it to their attention if we call them. I've shared the Twitter handle of the chairperson in charge of international human rights. So the Canadian community, please take note and take action. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kajumba here, Canada.
Thank you very much, Comrade Kajumba.
Kajumba, can we also write to them as us from the Netherlands, or only those in Canada?
I think we should all write to them as Ugandans, because when they send money to Uganda, they are not saying only deal with people in Canada. They are sending it to help Ugandans. But we feel either it's being misused, or it's and they are not paying attention, or the equipment they are sending, they believe it's going to Somalia or wherever. We're starting to think that it's the same equipment they are using to kill us. So if they can come out and clearly explain to Ugandans, not necessarily those living in Canada, anywhere in the world, we have a right to know. We have a right to bring it to their attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Kajumba from Canada.
Can you share the contacts again? Maybe I missed them.
Comrade Kajumba, Susan wants you to share the contact of the person that you talked about. But before this call. Yes, hello?
Hello?
Yes.
AI Studios?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, hi. Julius Kakoza.
Yes, Mr. Julius.
Thank you so much, guys, for the patriotism. This, for the first time in human history, an African country has had patriots believing in their own stories.
Definitely.
But may have two concerns, and I'm going to raise them in different languages. One, when do we expect the results that have been collected through the YouVote app to be compiled? The time is running out, you know. This guy is looking on to swear as soon as possible. So when do we hope to have those results, you know, portrayed out? Because people are checking the website for the YouVote results, and they're saying the results are not being updated. So when do we hope to have those out, a finale for our president? Then my other concern also, I've been hearing rumors about a protest in Kulkapalaga. Is the diaspora going to have a protest here in the US? Is there anything? Should we be expecting anything? In a protest? Because they told us Amsterdam had a very successful protest. The Kenyans had a very successful protest, and America has a very big community. Is there anything cooking up before we go in Entebbe Muntebbe?
Okay, thank you very much, Julius.
Yes.
But maybe you came late. The last one was already addressed, but nevertheless, Grace will give you an answer to that, and then Susan or Tony. Is Tony still here? Susan is here. She will give you an answer to the first question. You have a third one?
Yeah, the third one, since I came late, I was.
So you want us to go back since you came late?
No. The third one is about our team leader.
You see. So I think what you will do, you will go back and watch this stream, because we might not be able to go back from the start. Thank you very much. Anyway, listen to the answers.
About when the YouVote results will be out.
Yes,
we are compiling the results and the incidences which happened on the polling day. But because of internet, the results are coming in late. But we are really trying hard to get all the results. We are really compiling them. About the website, they are updating the website every day.
The website updates every day. Okay,
Yeah.
so Mr. Kakoza
And
should
about
keep...
Haman was given bail, but he was tortured by the security. He was tortured, but he was given bail. I think Madam Grace can give more about that, or Kapalaga, briefly for him to know.
Yes, Grace, if you can bundle that with the second question, is USA having protests?
Thank you for your question.
But before, let's have this so you can bundle them together. Yes, I got you. Hello. Bannange yogerako nnyo munnange, tetugenda kuwuliramu yadde. Singa oyongeramuko katoneera. Genda maaso sebo.
Ndi wano London mwebale tuweereza omulimu gwe mukoze gw'amaanyi naye ebintu mpulidde aboogera bangi jo nakuwuliza program gye wabadde. I think kwe tewabaddeko waddeko omwami yabaddeko awo.
Nabaddeko sebo.
Yeah. Naye waliwo yabadde amoderating, I think. Samutegedde bulungi just nabudde in program naye eventually when following nakizemu nenjiwuliriza kakati kye tulina okusooka okukola
ffenna we need a change tukikkiriza naye engeri change gye tugisabamu also matters. I'll tell you why. Tulina okulaga nti tulina one empisa ffe tugambye nti bonna tetulina mpisa naye waliwo omwami yayogedde awo ng'avumavumya oli omwami. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Now coming back to my point, interest z'abana abantu mu western countries ne mu nsi gye twagala ffe gye twagala ffe batuyambe okukyusa nakyemalira. Abantu bano bajja tuyamba yes naye interest zaabwe bajja tuyamba kusinza ku interest ze balina mu nsi ng'ekyali e Libya, ekyali e Iraq n'ensi endala ze mulabye. Naye tulina okulaga nti ffe ng'abantu tuli ready okukyusa tweyisiza tutya mu bantu. Kati tuyinza okuba nga program tugikola mu Luganda naye omuntu n'akuba n'ayogera ebigambo ebitaliyo, ekyo kyo tulina okikyusaamu okufuna omulamwa gwe twagala gwajja tulaga. Ekyokubiri tuyinza okukolamu kati tuleme kuba okubi masimu tulaba contact oyinza otuseera contact ne tugamba look tulina akakiiko e London tulinayo omuntu bw'ati Toronto tulinayo omuntu bw'ati New York Boston tulinayo omuntu bw'ati France tulinayo omuntu bw'ati ne tubeera n'akakiiko ng'ebirowoozo byonna tuyinza obigagalingira awantu wamu ne tubisukuma oba ewuwo ne tulaba who is affecting what.
Okay.
Sebo kino kyekisembayo ojja kunsonyiwa. Omukulu Bobi Wine mu butuufu tukkirize baatubbye yes naye nga akaseera kamaliddemu ng'anoonya nga tunoonya obululu despite the fact nti biography na biki yabadde artist yamanyiddwa akaseera kamaliddemu nga tunoonya obululu. Asatu kwe twafunye matono baatubbye naye nga tulina bwe baba barecruitinga oba olinayo muganda wo bwe baba barecruitinga amagye eri ewaffe oba olinayo muganda wo oba kazini oba niisi nga tuwooza talina mirimu zantu be tubadde tuweerera wano nga tuli ku kyeyo tuba encouraging bayingira amagye kubanga omusajja yegana amagye gage. Ebintu bingi nnyo bye tulina okutunulamu bannange tuleme kugamba bugambi twagala change tetuli eno okitegeera naye abantu be tukoze nabo abasinga mu UN World Food Program yonna otambula n'otunulayo onaavagana naye nga abaagala change naye nga balina kye bakoze. They are encouraging their own people okuyingira amagye. It's of late nti abantu abava mu Central Region baakalaba nti okuyingira amagye kikulu okitegeera naye omusajja amagye gonna gage okitegeera. Bintu bingi nnyo bye tulina okutunulamu. Kati ensonga ebwo oba olina omwana gw'oweeredde nti amaze university barecruiting amagye oba poliisi muyingize. Kati bw'otunula omuntu akomandinga poliisi DPC w'ebira ava mu west DPC waawo ava mu west naye nga bonna balina degree. Sigaa nti wano mu Central Region oba mu east oba wava mu north tulina abantu bakize naye tetuba encouraginze kubeera kubeera nti bali mu magye basobola okulaba nti kino kye tulaba kyekino. Ekirala ekisembayo kyekino tulina ekizibu kya mawanga okusosola mu mawanga okitegeera twalemererwa ddala okubeera n'olulimi nti twogera lulimi lumu. Ekyo kyo omusajja alabika gino emyaka 5 era ajja tufuga bwe tutatunule mu bintu bino ebitonotono byemmenyemenye ku bingi ebiriwo omusajja alabika ziwaakuvaayo.
Kale webale nnyo ssebo naye ogambye obeera London. NUP erina branches mu bitundu ebyenjawulo era ne London tulinayo omuntu akulira chapter yaayo. Nsobola okuwa essimu ye n'omucontactinga such that obeera part of the chapter.
Oh, that's really good. Oyinza oginsindikirako maybe.
Mbadde nsaba njagala gikusomera.
Okay.
Yeah, eri +44 7947 505 722 oyo mukulu bamuyita Hood mu Galaasi.
Okay.
Yeah, ojja mukubirako Then ebibuuzo bye ebirala Grace agenda bisummarizing mu dakiika emu akuddemu addemu n'abali abasoose webale nnyo. Grace nsuubira obifunye ebyo kanfune ono naye omugatteko. Hala wanje kale sebo itambwangu ye mwami Eddie kale sebo gyebaleko. Eddie ng'oteesa kubeera NUP oba oteesa ku byaki? Kwankumanya oli wa NRM. Eno press conference ya NUP naye kale genda mu maaso. Genda mu maaso sebo ng'omunauganda.
Waliwo amateeka gafuba okulonda e Uganda oba kale n'ensi bagamba n'ensi zonna bagamba nti bw'oba nga toli mumativu nabivudde mu kulonda waliwo ennaku constitution zeetuwa ez'okomplaininga amakooti
ziba mmeka?
waliwo mu ggwanga. I'm not certain of the days naye teziba nnyingi nnyo so kyengezaako okugamba nti tuleme kumala budde mu bintu bino bye tukola simanyi ebya press conference ebyokugamba abali tetukkiriza biki ebyo neka tukole twalina tiimu people power yalina legal team yayo ya mu diaspora yali okolerwa lawyer basamugamba samuledi there nze ndowooza mwandibadde mukolako ekyo.
Eddie okimanyiko nti nno candidate eyavuganya ne mwami Museveni musibe tasobola kukuva waka. And it is okay. Kwegamba, is that okay? That is my question.
He said ebyo bya bulijjo, so for him it's okay. So just leave him.
Era ngenda kujjako kubanga anti omugamba agende mu kkooti ate nga musibe kakati awo nze si ogamba nze ffe twagala mwami Kyagulanyi agende mu kkooti gwe lwaki ate otusalirawo abagenda gwe otusalirawo ani agenda mu kkooti? Eddie njagala osooke weetonde ku kigambo kye wayogedde jjo. Bw'oba teweetonda baayi sebo. Nkuwulira sebo. Eddie wabadde ku TV kwe nabadde n'ogamba nti nno NUP etuma etya ayina byona okugenda erira. In short kyabadde otegeeza omunyankole tumutuma tutya erira. Ffe mu NUP tulowooza nti Uganda y'emu era eteekeddwa okukola ku nsonga zaayo nga eggwanga so singa tribe. So katugende maaso ne press conference eno Eddie kasita oyagala kwetonda Eddie kwekyo ba teweetonda. Njagala kigambo kimu neetonze bw'oba tokisobola.
Omusajja muggyeko tugende maaso. Thank you.
Okay. Grace, Damo, if you can answer the questions that were directed to you.
Okay, I think ekimu kyabadde kya demonstrations tuzitegeka mu ngeri nnyingi naye weekend etandika tusuubira okubeera ne demonstrations mu kibuga New York okusingira ddala era nga tubakunga mubeere ready. Tulina omuntu gwe tugezaako okufuna mumanyifu nnyo mu nsi ya America, muntu nga mulwanyirizi wa ddembe ajja kuba mugenyi. Twagala atwegatteko kubanga yalaze okuba ne interest. So era nga we tuli kati tugezaako confirminga obudde bwe kati nga weekend ejja right now tusuubira demonstration yandibaddewo ku Friday naye nga singa asobola kukola mangu before Friday era twagala mubenga muli ready tusobole okubakunga mubeereyo mu bungi naye kye mulina okumanya nti essaawa yonna tujja kufuna confirmation twagala kwasanguza ani nga tetunaba ku confirminga budde bwe naye already yalaze interest so kye tusaba mubeere activated mumanye ffe we tuli mwebale kutuweebaza kubeera abakulembeze mu kutuwa mukisa guno nammwe gye muli okukunga abalala n'okukulembeera mu ngeri ey'enjawulo tubasaba mubeere bangu tufuna emikisa mitono mu nsi okubaako enjawulo gye tukola mu bulamu bwa bannaffe ate kati mu kiseera kino obulamu bwe tukyusa bwa nsi yaffe n'olwekyo twongera obbakubiriza mbeere ready tujja kuba ne demonstration this week tentatively eri ku Friday naye eyinza okukyuka n'ebeera sooner than Friday singa omugenyi omukulu agenda ogikulembera anaaba nga tasobola kukwata Friday and then in the future era tujja kuba tubategeeza ekya wiiki eno bwekityo bwe kiri ku nsonga ya behaviors eza NUP oyo omuntu ayogera ebintu ebyo engeri yonna ereeta enjawukana nebanga enconcentratinga ku bintu ebiri negative mu kibiina kyaffe tetwagala giwa budde kubanga bw'oba owuliriza omukulembeze waffe tomuwulira nga avuma bantu tomuwulira nga abagamba mugende mwase amadirisa mugende mukole kino agamba mubeere bantu bakakkamu naye mubeere assertive mumanye amateeka gammwe era tuyigiriza kinene nnyo tulina okumuwulirako so bwe mpulira omuntu agamba misbehavior of NUP ono omwami ayogera waliwo omulala agambye tribalism ono
bali okubeera tribalist
omulala abadde ono ava ku nankani kwegamba mutunoonyamu emize mwe gye mwerabamu ffe gye tutalina so that's who you are that's a reflection obwedda njogera mu Luganda yes that's good that's a reflection of who you are but you're projecting that negativity on us to be that which is you but we've rejected it for a long time so ebyo byonna bibaddire era oli nalyoka akusosonkereza nagamba ng'asaagirira tuli ku nsonga z'amakulu oyo Eddie gwe njagala okuddamu ku nsonga za ggwanga gwe ne Museveni takumanyi kale ku mwaka guno ku mulundi guno omuvubuka nga gwe odde otya ku TV okutumalira ebiseera abantu bafa gwe wamwe osiiba ekyakuleeta kuno kiki bw'obanga wali satisfied ne Uganda wano okolawo ki nze nandyagadde okusisinkana gwe Eddie okitegeera kubanga mutubuziza mutusibyeko akanyaaga abantu baffe bafa tebalina bwogerero ne mwefuula ab'omutawaana gwe Museveni akuwaaki nga gwe bw'aba akikuwa abantu beewammwe ku kyalo gye wava bafaanana ng'ani so Eddie sirika oba tosobola kusirika genda ewa Museveni wano vaawo eno ensi ekuwa emirembe ne kukkiriza okwogera naye mutuleke temutujjamize kuba tetugenda kubafaanana omukulembeze waffe ekyo akituyigiriza mube bakkakkamu but be assertive ekintu ekya mobilization encourage on people to mobilize mu magundi era n'oyo yakyogedde akyogeza butamanya oba kwagala tusosonkereza wano Museveni akulaze nti ye yekka yasobola okubeera president okumala emyaka 35 ate ayagala era abeere president emyaka endala 5 otugambye nti nno abannamagye babeera ogenderira babeera mu magye nga wankole n'omulala ekyo byo byonna tubamanyi n'ababadde mu electoral process abakulembeze bonna presiding officers nabo bonna baba mwankole n'abali mu bifo ebirala byonna eby'omugaso mu Uganda bonna banyankole ate nga si banyankole ng'eggwanga naye bamu balondemu so saagala kwata brush ngikole ki ngisiige buli omu nti munyankole n'olwekyo tumuteekeko akakongolo si bwe tuli kubanga ne president waffe atugamba ffe eggwanga eryaffe naddala mu abavubuka nze kubanga egroup sikyagirimu mu abavubuka mutuwadde omukisa okwefaananyiriza eggwanga eritasoosowaza tribalism eritasoosowaza mwana waani eritasoosowaza kugamba those nisms, you know, obusosoze obwenjawulo oba bwa religion oba bwa tribe oba bwaki twabula tutunuulira muntu na values oyo omuntu zaalina era singa otunuulya abantu abetolodde Kyagulanyi kababenga balina education kababenga tebalina kababenga bantu bakakamu ate nga bategeevu they are sober. So ekyo njagala omwami oyo aleme kuddamu bw'abanga ayogera asooke to be analytical mu nsonga gy'akolaki gy'ayogera n'abantu bayogereramu. The issue of 30% kale batubbye naye kiki ensonga yesaagitegedde kuba omuntu ategeera ng'oyo yandibadde yeetegereza nti batubbye batya kubanga ffe n'eyo 30% tetugirecognizinga kubanga terina base. Ensi eyayetabye mu kalulu okumala emyezi n'emyezi akalulu tebaakakubye eggulo on Thursday kwabadde nga kutaanya nti katumalirize nga tukola ne vote nayo campaigns and the election process etandika emyezi so many months and months and months and then the process is comprised of so many players and factors. Njogedde kuba presiding officers, njogedde kuba polling agency, njogedde ku mateeka agafuga okulonda ebyo byonna by'owulira ndaga muntu voter slip ebyo byonna biri part of the election process. Bw'otunuulira opposition bano bakulembeze bano bakanso bano baaki n'engeri gye bakommunicatingamu ebyo byonna gavumenti etegeera ng'ekola erina okuba nga buli kye balowooza kirimu eddoboozi ly'omuntu owa bulijjo. Eyo nno ye gavumenti ffe ya New Uganda gye tukola ki gye tunoonya so si byabakama na Museveni kuva eri ng'alinga ayisa obuyisa omukka. Okitegeera omanyi omuntu nga talowooza ng'oyisabuyisa mukka kwega ensi yaffe bwe batyo bagifudde nti ajja kuva eri agambe leero mulina okulaga wano mugyeyo kino kakati ffe ne twebuuza ekyo tukijjayo kirina makulu ki na kino kye tukola naye nga tebatuwadde omuntu presidential candidate n'aba nga tasobola na kufuna lukalala lw'abalonzi n'olyoka ogamba nti newankubadde yatubbye kale tukkirize yafunye 30%. Eyo si ya Uganda gye tunoonya. Eyo ye Uganda gwe gy'omanyidde eya Museveni etussa wansi n'etulowoozesa nti tetulina bwongo yatudongowaza tujja kutwala ekyo kyalina. No, we are saying we are going to claim that which is truly ours. Abantu were activated nga bw'ogambye ne bamanya nti balina endagamuntu balina omulamwa gwa kulonda bajja kugwenyigiramu nga bo. Ate kankubulire n'ekirala era ne bafandinga ne campaign eyo kubanga newankubadde fe results ze tulina oyo mwami kamugambe teziri 30% ziri landslide 70 on average ziringa mu 75%. So toyinza kugerageranya 30 na 75%. Ate nga ffe tusobola okulaga that 75 weeva ne gikunyonyola bulungi kakati naawe n'otubulira 30% weekola ki weeva. So Uganda ffe gye tunoonya ye Uganda eyeesigika ewa omuntu essuubi ate n'emuwa okweraba mu Uganda yennyini. Kitegeeza nti n'eddoboozi lye mu buli kimu gavumenti kyeyogerako limataringa ate liri reflected. Ndowooza ebyo ebyagundi ebya contact ebyogeddeko wabula waliwo one point gye nayagadde oku-emphasizinga nti olw'okubanga tuli mu ekiseera kino sandyagadde bantu bannaffe abali mu struggle eno kuwulira nti they are in a weak position. No, this is the strongest position we've ever been. Kubanga buli kimu ekizze kikolebwa, we have preempted that. We've been ahead of the game. Museveni najja nga yeeyoleka. Ne tugaa nti era hajja kuriginga, lazima n'ariginga. N'ayongera nako ne internet n'agijjako n'abantu n'abakuba n'abatta n'akola buli kimu ky'ayagala ng'omuguwa eddalu. So we are at the right place in the right moment it would have been better singa option gye twali tufunye yakugaa nti ajja kulekulira aveewo naye si kyakoze, but that was anticipated. So no, you are bringing and have contributed heavily to bringing this government down. Now it's a matter of time.
Grace.
Weekubeko ku kabegabega mugaye nti tukikoze omusajja tukola ki?
I just want to have just 3 calls, my producer, and then we shall see the night. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hi, this is Andre. I'm here in Illinois.
Yes, Andre.
I just had a couple points. I think in terms of strategy, we all agree on the fact that the dictatorship should go. But we probably don't agree on certain things. There are different strategies of making the dictatorship go, and I think we should probably try to explore all of them. Instead of thinking that we're going to just be peaceful and be docile when the guy is killing people. I think people should try to explore all options. All options should be on the table. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Karim, if you can answer that briefly. Karim?
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, njagala kusooka kuddayo ku ky'omwami yagambye 30% ng'ali mu diaspora.
Gatta nono kale.
Okay, kambagatte. Bannange ng'oli mu diaspora okukkira abantu.
Karim, just a moment. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You have an echo, so if you can leave your TV or just lower the volume.
I was just switching on the other.
Thank you.
On my laptop. So I'm calling from Illinois in the UK.
Yes, sir.
So the chamber them was actually I've been following Bobby Wine and Honorable Chagulani, the whole campaign trail. Naba na ngabagobera ne programs online naye the chamber dembuza our leadership, yeah, especially in the diaspora, yeah, strategy, yeah, because for example nalabyenga but ekyo kisinga Museveni byakoze nga dictator twandibadde nga twabandibadde twabyetegekera nabulaba nti yali ategese okontrolinga mainstream media netwadoptinga social media nti yali ategese okugamba nti maybe ajja kulemesa abaana okutambula okuba preditinga nosanga nga ba-citizen generals babadde bakola emirimu egyo but I think that there are people who have like technical competences ezandibadde zituyamba for example about blocking the internet naye nga ffe twabaddolege twakozesa kategeze network ya femto cells whereby you can buy a femto cell for less than $100 or $200. Netuba nga setting up networks ezaffe ziri private mpola mpola in a period of 2 years bwobanga olina network ng'ekutte Kampala abaana baba beetaaga bwetaazi tuusa Kampala results bwe zituuka ne zigenda ku network abaana ne basindika ku satellite. We have people who can help with that. So, for example, I have an engineering background. So, Betuanga tugenda nti we are going to fight someone who has been in power for 35 years. Right now, all those state resources. What kind of plan do you have to utilize other technical competences besides the legal, the journalists, and the politicians, and the common people? What other competences like engineering and technology? Because one of the things that had given Honorable Chagulani an edge was the fact that he had adopted technology. And you can see that once the dictator pressed the technology button, he crippled us and he technically cut our wings. So, what kind of plan do you have to have a better strategy to respond to such risks? Because our security, because assessment risk, in my opinion, was once we press this button, we shall be able to cripple them. So right now we are waiting for them to put back the internet. So what kind of plans do we have? Recognizing the fact that the struggle may take a longer time, it's not a one-day event, and you continue going for our victory. So what?
Thank you. Did you say you're in UK?
Yeah, I am.
Do you have? Are you part of the chapter in UK?
I am not part of the chapter.
Do you want to be part of that chapter?
Obviously, I do, because everyone has to contribute in their own way.
Sure. This is the number.
Okay, just give it to me. I can just write it down.
+44 7947.
Plus 44.
Yes. 7947.
Okay.
505 722.
722. Can you read it again?
+44
Yeah.
7947
Yeah. Yeah.
505
Yeah.
722.
All right.
The gentleman is called Hood Mugalasi.
Good Mugalasi.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Karim, go ahead, please. Karim?
Hello? Yes, I'm on.
Yes.
First kansooke kwoli yasoose okubuuza ekya 30%. Bannayisagala mumale mu bantu baffe maanyi. Ugandans stood out. We would be remiss. It is very demoralizing omuntu ali mu diaspora to start running narrative ya NRM. Simanya twafunye 30%. Nga tetwalonze abantu abalonze batulonze mu bungi. We have our evidence. I would want to ask our comrades in the diaspora to stop pushing the NRM narrative of a fabricated victory. We are still demanding our victory, as our tally center still shows. I wouldn't even want anybody to talk about that, whatever, 34, 35%, 3 million, whatever. No, that's not us. We are still demanding the overwhelming majority of Ugandan votes that were cast. Kakati, the next one is the comrade who is asking the technical staff. One of the biggest problems we have been having as a movement is people who want to delegate. You know, we are all Ugandans who are fighting. Most of us are not technocrats. Most of us are novices in this. We have never done this before. And if somebody has experience or expertise in any sector, our numbers have been available. The principal has been putting them on his page for so long, for comrades to come out right now and question what our contingency plans have been, and also tell us how they have been working on the side. We have been trying to work together. We have been calling upon Ugandans to come and join us. So as of now, if somebody is even asking who their chapter leader is, I understand there is no better time to join the revolution, but we have been calling upon all Ugandans to come and join us at each and every moment. However, we can run short as a movement. Sometimes we have weaknesses here and there. But if people have experience and they are not coming to join us and they want us to be perfect, I think this is really a wrong movement that you are questioning. This is a movement for the people. If you have any expertise or experience that you would want to share with us, kindly join the movement. Look for a coordinator in your respective region. Reach out, come into our DMs. We shall be able to give you guidance on how to move forward. Otherwise, this is not something that, Mr. Kapalaga is well experienced in, or Karim knows very well. No, I'm a novice. I'm just an aggrieved Ugandan like you, who decided that I will not sit around and see, our country go to ruins. I'm just serving with the little knowledge that I have, with the little experience that I might have. We are just pulling together. Everybody is bringing together what they can offer to change our country. So temwetilirira struggle, tobeereeyo and expect somebody to fight for you. If you have experience, mujje tukole. That's what Haman always says. Mujje tukole, temuraayo. The victory is ours to win.
If you
I
can
think that's
also
all I
give
can
us your
say.
last words,
I don't.
Karim.
My last words. First of all, I want to thank you for putting this together so that we make the cloud clear for our comrades in the diaspora who have been questioning our silence. We have all been processing. We have been processing what the junta threw onto us. Something we never expected. It was totally unprecedented that such an overwhelming majority of people would win, and the junta would just decide, to steal it away from them. Now, moving forward, as I said earlier, reach out to your respective chapters and find out when we are going to be having our next courses of action, when we are going to be having our fundraisers, when we are going to be having our demonstrations, who to reach out to in your respective chapter. If you don't know, if you're living in the US and you don't know who to reach out to and you don't know who your representative is, please DM me, send me a direct message on my social media. My social media is Karim Tambi. Unfortunately, my name is KHARIM, last name NTAMBI. It's the same handle for Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Please reach out to me. I will be giving you the contacts of which you will be able to reach out. So I think that's it for me. Otherwise, stay the course. The principle is still strong. Is standing with us. Is encouraging us to not lose morale, but to always pick up the pieces and let's move on until we get our victory.
Thank you very much, Karim. Aisha, your last words, Aisha. Aisha? Aisha, are you here? Aisha? Okay, if Aisha is not here, can I have Doreen from Canada? Doreen?
Yes, Comrade Kapalaga.
Yes, your parting shot.
Oh, yes. Thank you, comrades. Thank you for the organization. Thank you, Ugandans, for voting massively for His Excellency Robert Sentamu Kyagulanyi, our president. And me, as Doreen Kajumba, I go on to congratulate him. Congratulations, Your Excellency, our president. Ugandans, thank you. You have spoken and you have spoken loud. The victory is ours, and incumbent Museveni, just know we are coming to have you drop it peacefully and by all legal means as provided by the Constitution of Uganda. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Doreen Kajumba from Canada. Grace. Grace, are you here? Grace? Grace, what do you want? Okay.
I can take that opportunity because I was far from my.
Okay,
phone.
go ahead, Aisha.
I also want to add my voice to all the voices that spoke so loud. Members of the international community, for those who already came out to also to add their voices, like the senators and all other people, to add their voices to the Ugandans, the people of the world. We thank everybody who have opened their eyes, who have spoken. We thank the people of Uganda who voted so massively. We never seen this before in the history of Uganda, where people can be called and they hear the cry of everybody and they do the needful. They did their part, and we still telling the people that we are strong, we are not broken. They might do everything. They might jail us, mistreat us, torture us. They could do anything. They will break the bodies, but they will not break the spirit of revolution. We are here and we are coming for it, and we are coming strong. We want to warn those women who in the government who think that they got it. They think that Ugandans are so stupid that they always keep quiet after elections and they go back to normal routine. This time round is different. This is Kyagulanyi effect. So we will reach everywhere we can to make sure we get our victory. We make sure Ugandans this time round they got the last laugh. We thank you, Kapalaga, for putting this together so that we can speak to the world, so that we can encourage people to know that there's some people who are still strong and we are strong together. Thank you very much, and good evening to our viewers and to everybody.
Thank you very much, Comrade Aisha Nashijoba from California. Yes, hope is being able to see that there is a light despite all of the darkness, and it's always a mistake to ever look for hope outside of oneself. You can only get hope from your side, from yourself, and that is how you can be able to stand up. Definitely, Ugandans spoke, and their voices must be heard. If you keep quiet now, the voices of over 17 million people will be suppressed, and therefore the next generation will be suppressed. Thank you for being part of this stream. If you can, please share so that this message can go as wide as possible. Michael Kakande is my name. I want to thank my producer Sarongo Sebo webale nnyo ITV okutuwakakisa okolerako ewamwe emirimu gya NUP, but most importantly, since you are Ugandans, I think omulimu guno nammwe kubakakatako okubanga mugukola. Thank you very much. If you don't know your chapter, or if you don't know your chapter head, or you want to be part of this, you can always inbox our number, which is +1 857 719 4451. +1 857 719 4451. That number is on Cash App. That number is on PayPal. That number is on Zelle. And then you can also WhatsApp it on that number, and make sure you get to know who your chapter leader is or which chapter you belong to. Michael Kakande is my name. See you next time for God and my country.